Curly products definitely worth the money. If you are here for my Instagram reel, welcome.
Hey friend.
Thank you for following up. There is a tremendous amount of curly products on the market. And so we knew that a quick reel would not do it justice. But we also want to state ahead of time, we are listing products that we have actively used in the salon and that we use on our own hair. So this is not a fully exhaustive list. It is truly a list of the things that we've purchased and that we know work for the people that sit in our chair. So feel free to add some of your favorites to the comments, tell the people what type of curl you have, and let's keep the conversation going. So first up, we are talking about loose curls and waves. These are our girlies in the 2A, 2B, or 2C category. For me, I'm always going to choose lightweight products for my loose curl to wave girls. And this product line by Matrix is one of my favorites. It is a Curl Can Dream. I use the leave-in cream mixed with the Food for Soft mousse. It's the double XL mousse, and I cocktail those two together. What about you?
I love that. And I love the Aveda Be Curly line for my loose curls and my wavy curls or wavy chicas. It's very lightweight, same, but it still gives you great moisture, and it actually helps to enhance your wave or your loose curl so that it doesn't fall flat. Gives you very touchable curl as well. It doesn't make your hair hard. Yeah, I love the Be Curly Aveda line.
Perfect. So next up is our spiral curls. These girls are typically 3A, 3B, and sometimes 3C. So I love Design Essentials. This is the Naturals line, the almond and avocado. I typically cocktail the mousse along with the custard. These two are a staple in our salon. It works for a lot of different curl patterns, but anybody typically in that spiral curl, I love that product. I also love InnerSense I Create Hold. If you're looking for something that's going to give you a stronger hold that will last you at least a week to 10 days.
Again, we use this in our salon. It's a staple. The only thing I would add to that is the Collab. It's our in-salon product line. Our Collab leave-in conditioning spray, amazing lightweight leave-in conditioning spray. I would spray that on my spiral curls as well as our Collab foam. Yes, we use the almond and avocado one, but if we ever run out of it, I will use our Collab foam, and it does amazing as well.
Perfect. So next up is tight curls. So these are people that I consider more 3C, 4A. I love the Do. The Do has a line called B Girl, which is this signature line right here. I love mixing the foam, the Crazy Sexy foam, with the honey curl custard. Those two together give you great hydration. They also give you a wonderful amount of hold. I will say, if you do not like a finish that almost has like a bit of a crunch to it, can be sometimes on the stickier side, I would say to make sure you start with a leave-in conditioner first, something that will help soften those two products. Or once your hair is fully dried, I love using a serum to break that cast and to re-soften the hair.
And so yes, because this is what I do, what she just explained with most of my tight curl clients. What I also have done is use, if you want to just minimize the amount of products that you use, you can actually use the Honey Dip, which is a honey butter gel. So it kind of gives you the foam, strength that a foam will give you, as well as the gel mixed together. It's, in my opinion, that's what this product is. And then I will go in, like she said, again with my leave-in, but I use the Collab leave-in because I love that product. Leave-in conditioner, I'll spray that on before I apply my gel. And I've even tried spraying it on after to help soften this product. Just a light mist from far away, not too close. so it doesn't re-wet the hair necessarily. It just kind of gives it a more softened feel, but it works wonders on my tight curls.
Period. So next up is coils. These are my girls who are 4B, 4C, and sometimes it moves into you having a zigzag curl pattern. So I love the Dew Block Party. This is an anti-humidity line. And what's great about it is that it has a ton of hydration. A lot of times when we look at 4B, 4C, we want to focus more so on hydrating the curl versus trying to give so much hold and finish to the curl. So I always want to focus on hydration first with anybody in that 4B, 4C category. And I think Block Party does a great job of giving you hydration and hold.
I would agree as well. Honestly, in my opinion, coils is similar to tight curls as far as product goes. But like Kara said, you have to focus on hydration first. So you want to do your leave-ins, whether it's a creamy leave-in or it's a spray leave-in. You just have to be careful if you do a cream leave-in that it makes sure it pairs well with whatever gel or foam you use so that it doesn't cause flakiness. But you can always do a spray leave-in too. Just because your hair is tightly coiled doesn't mean it won't accept moisture from a spray. But again, what Kara suggested, the Doe Block Party, but you can also use Big Papa too if you have tight coils. I consider myself to be like 4B, 4C-ish, not 4C, but 4B for sure. And I use Big Papa, but I do use our Collab leave-in spray. Cocktail that with my Crazy Sexy Curl foam and Big Papa, because I like the way Big Papa smells and it gives great shine.
Perfect. So now, as we mentioned on our reel, we're going to talk about kids, and I wanted to separate kids and leave them for YouTube because I do believe it's a more sensitive conversation and a bigger topic that deserves a little more of our time. So I get a ton of questions. What can I use on my kids' hair? And I have two separate answers. If your child is under the age of 2, I always suggest that you stick with something that is just a holistic product where everything is clean ingredients, or simply just an oil. So when kids are younger than 2, they really haven't experimented with a lot of foods, and so you don't know if they have any allergies or sensitivities. So I never recommend product lines for kids under 2 because we definitely don't want to recommend something that your child ends up being allergic to or just has a sensitivity, something that breaks out their skin. So I love just using Simply Argan Oil. When I was a baby, my hair was gorgeous, and my mom was like, I never put nothing but extra virgin olive oil on you. And she said, I put it on you head to toe. So I stuck with what my mama said, and when my son was a baby, I strictly shampooed his hair. While it was soaking wet, I added a light oil, like argan oil, to his hair, and that was it. What about you?
First of all, mama got the whole tea, okay? Because I never heard that before. Okay, I'm still in it. So I just had a baby 9 months ago. And like Kara said, I've never used any harsh chemicals on him, period. I use, how do you pronounce it?
Mustela.
I used the whole line, shampoo, body wash, and lotion on him. And it's very clean ingredients. You can go look it up. The only thing I just started using maybe 8 months, at his 8-month birthday, I started using Baskin Lather's oil, scalp stimulator. It has cold pressed grapeseed oil, hemp seed oil, THC free hemp seed oil, peppermint oil, and rosemary oil. So that's what made me use that particular product, because it had minimal oils, although that is a lot. And now that Kara just told me what her mama said, I don't think I'm gonna keep using Baskin Lather on him. I think I'm gonna start using extra virgin olive oil.
Yeah.
So thank you, mama.
Just keep it light. So for our kids that are ages 3 and up, here's what I have loved using on my son. My son just turned 5 this summer. So the Dew Dear Mama, it is a leave-in conditioner. Love that for my son. It's called a moisture milk, very lightweight, but definitely gives you some slip to help detangle. One of the things that has saved my life is Camille Rose Guava Slip Detangling Line. It's a shampoo, conditioner, and a leave-in. My son had a ton of big curly hair. I loved it so much, but that detangling process, it can make you frenemies, if you know what I mean. So Guava Slip definitely helped me. And then last but not least is Aunt Jackie's Not On My Watch. It is a daily leave-in that is also a detangler. And I will say the price point of Aunt Jackie's is phenomenal, especially for kids. You go through so much product and they come home from school looking crazy and you got to start all over. So I love using Aunt Jackie's, the Not On My Watch line for detangling as well.
Love that.
So next up, we are going to talk about some tips and tricks that we love. First of all, how to keep your curls. Now we done did all of this, bought all these products, and then you go to bed and wake up looking a fool.
That part.
Not on our watch.
Not on our watch. I love that.
So for me, I always pineapple and suggest doing pineappling for your curls. It's simply flipping your head over and tying a scarf loosely around the perimeter of your curls. It just keeps it nice and flowing. When you get up in the morning, you just take the scarf down, let it swing, and it pops right back into place.
Now, for the pineapple method, you definitely have to have hair that is long enough to pineapple, okay? Because my hair, she don't hang that long, so I can't pineapple. But what I can do is use a scrunchie. So I just separate my hair into 3 sections. If you have a ton of hair, you may want to do 4 sections. So that would be 1 on this side in the front, 1 on this side in the front, and then either 1 in the back, or if you have a ton of hair, 1 on either side in the back. And all you're doing is 1 loop, sis. Like, turn around. Well, all you're doing is this. That's it. You're not doing too many turns, because you don't want to add a crease in your hair or your curls. Put your big bonnet on. Go to bed. When you wake up in the morning, take it off and fluff, 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 fluff. Spray you a little refresher. I love the Dew refresher and rice water refresher. Let me tell you something about rice water. Rice water is so hydrating. Not the Dew, yes, you're beautiful, the Dew. Rice water, so hydrating. So hydrating. Will change your life, okay? But anywho, so yeah, that's how I keep my curls.
Perfect. And we are going to do our very best to link all the products that we talked about, leave them in the caption so that you can go and find the items that are perfect for your curl type. So let's talk about cocktailing. We've talked about a lot of different products, and sometimes products just don't mix well together. Here's a quick way to test out whether your products will work well together. All you want to do is take a very small amount of each product, apply it to the back of your hand, rub it in. If it rubs in and it seeps into your skin, it cocktails well. If it starts to flake off of your skin, it's going to flake on your hair. So just give that a quick try before you put it all over your hair, and then you're upset. Okay? I think that was it.
I think we covered a lot.
We did.
Yeah.
We covered a ton. We would love your suggestions. We would love your feedback. If you have some products that we didn't cover, drop them down in the comment section along with your curl pattern so that you can help somebody else. That's all we are doing, is sharing information in hopes that it helps somebody move along in their journey.
That part. Well, we hope you all got something out of this, and we hope to see you back for our next talk about whatever hair topic you want to talk about. Also, drop that in the comments too. What do you want to know more about, especially with natural curly hair?
We'll see you soon.
Bye, friends.